Hey traders. So yeah, let's talk about a little topic here, which is why comparison is the killer of joy, and why you should not compare your pace, your your experience, your achievement with anyone else but yourself. Before we get started, just want to say a very happy Father's Day to every single father. If you are a dad watching my channel, just want to shout out to you. You're a hero. Me myself as a son, as a father, I only get to meet my parents probably 3 to 4 times a year. As much as I try my very best to visit them more often, but every single time when I visit my father, my mom, my siblings, it's always a different moment. Yeah, because we don't get to meet very often. I stay in one state, they stay in another state in Malaysia. So yeah, back to it. Oh yeah, remember send a text to your father. All of you remember to send a text to your dad. If he's still here, health, be alive, wish him happy Father's Day. So let's talk about comparison. This is something that bothers I would say every single person. If you're a competitive individual, you will definitely at a certain point starting to compare yourself with someone else, especially when you're on a phase of hustling, when you're on a period of pushing through boundaries, your limits, and you're trying to hit certain goals. You have strong purpose, you have strong vision, you're not there yet. And funny enough, even if someday you have achieved what you used to wish of, you will still compare. So give you all a quick example. Many of you tend to believe that when you hit certain level in terms of wealth or financial ability, you will feel fulfilled, you'll feel satisfied, you'll feel contented. Not really. From my personal experience, I came from broke, very broke. And when I made my first 100K or whatever, any figure, I don't want to talk about any number here. When I made my, let's say, things that I used to wish of, the happiness will fade very quickly, faster than you ever imagined. And guess what? We move on to the next one. We move on to the next goal. We move on to the next step. Humans are like this, especially if you're someone who's very hungry, if you are very ambitious, you tend to move forward very quickly. Every time you hit certain goal, you think you will really sit there, spend a month in a beach in Maldives, in Gold Coast. Not really. Probably 2-3 days or maybe 1 week maximum, you move on to the next goal. And that is why comparison is the killer of joy. Be contented. If you're someone who has not put in the work, you have zero work ethic, zero consistency, zero discipline, zero skill set, zero knowledge, you're lazy, you are grumpy, you're slacking off, then you shouldn't feel contented. But you are someone, you work pretty hard, you have achieved something, take a step, slow down, just at least be proud of yourself, because based on my personal experience, I am way beyond where I used to wish for. Now, I used to wish I have certain cars, certain watch, certain X amount of money, family, blah blah blah. Until today, I have a personal, some of you call it chauffeur. I have a driver. I have good car, decent, not Ferrari, but decent. I have probably all of the watches that I used to wish for. I have the financial stability that I used to wish for. I have 2 kids, a beautiful family. I take good care of my parents. And I still don't feel contented. Why? Because there are still a lot of things that I've yet to achieve. Especially when I start to compare it with people who are 10 levels above me. People who have private jet, people who have a private big massive yacht, massive cruise, people who live in a 50 million mansion, blah blah blah. Like, How are you going to, when are you going to stop this unnecessary comparison? Are you going to feel empty for the rest of your life despite you have already done your very best? And everyone has different pace, everyone has different level of achievement, and that's fine. Big dreams comes with more sacrifices, and the sacrifices are often, you don't feel the sacrifice. If you are someone who's extremely ambitious, you are a hustler, you probably won't feel the sacrifice, because working to you is nothing. You're numb to work, you're numb to the long working hour every day. In fact, you don't even feel like you're working. But if I today were to ask someone who's ordinary, who's contented with a normal life, to fit into my lifestyle, to fit into my work ethic, my routine, they probably would have shuddered. The amount of work that we do, don't even talk about weekends, don't even talk about holidays. We're always working. Even if we're not physically working, mine is working. I'm always thinking about, different things, different idea. How can I improve my trading? How can I do different businesses? How can I do different investment? What can I do to bring my level of wealth to the next level? It never ends. And guess what? Be contented. Be blessed. And that's why inside our trade club, for example, we have 400 over people inside. If you look at our Telegram, for example, we often have people hitting 10k, 2.7, 8k payouts, blah blah blah. A lot of big achievement. We even have traders who hit 100k in May and June. And guess what? When you start seeing this kind of achievement, especially by someone else, you start feeling empty. You start feeling conscious. You start comparing yourself with them. We even have traders. I don't even mind, to be honest with you all. Some of our traders are having a fairly low self-esteem because they see some traders inside our trade club are doing better than them. Especially when you have a flat month, you have a negative month, and you see someone is in big green, 100k month. Wouldn't you start comparing yourself to them? Of course you will. But guess what? It is our duty, it is our mindset that determine whether if you perceive that as a positivity or negativity. If you take someone else's achievement as a flaw of yourself, as in why am I not there yet, then ultimately you are just you are just not mature enough. You're not mature enough, because you know why? The main reason why our trade club can have 400 other people, the main reason why I have so many so-called students and all of you are here, is because I have a sincerity of wishing people the best. I truthfully want everyone else who, either if you have received my education, or either if you are on my YouTube channel watching my video, I want you all to succeed. I have a pure heart of wanting you to succeed, and that's why y'all can feel it. But don't ever take someone else's success as sort of an emptiness of your own, as why am I not there? No, you're not there because everyone has different pace. Maybe this guy sprint at the beginning, but do you know what's the end game? You don't know. Times where, let's say, you're slower at the very beginning, you can pick up at the end. Let me share with you all a real story of my own. When I tried to pursue full-time trading, it was pretty, I feel pretty stupid at the very beginning, because I was spending, for the first few years trying to achieve different things. I have a lot of big goals, and I failed to hit them. And I was seeing, especially if you are climbing the career ladder, sometimes 1, 2, 3 years, you can start seeing your surroundings starting to climb. When I was grinding in trading, I made some money, but I still lost money. I was seeing some of my friends, I was in hospitality management. Some of them went from a regular front desk, go into probably a marketing supervisor or sales supervisor, assistant manager, a manager, blah blah blah. I was feeling pretty empty. I was like, oh fuck, did I chose the right path or not? I'm here, I'm still here, but some of them are hitting what, 100k salary a year, and what if I fail? And guess what? It was exactly because I reminded myself that I do not have to compare myself to them, because everyone has different pace, everyone has different target, everyone has different end goal, different purpose, different vision, different mission. That was exactly when things started to pick up. I realized, now it makes sense. Now it made a lot of sense, because I don't care them. If you keep, don't try to keep moving forward. You sprint, but every now and then you keep looking backward, like what everyone else doing, what was this guy doing, what's Steven doing, or what's Charles doing, what's David doing. Like, if you keep getting distracted in between, you end up just shudder. And guess what? You become even slower. You are just slowing down your own speed. You're just slowing down your own pace, because you keep looking backward. At the very beginning of your career, go forward. The only time you look backward is to learn from your failure, learn from your past mistake, your lesson. You don't go backward and start comparing yourself to someone else, because you know why? You'll never know the end goal. You'll never know where you'll be at 5 years from now. 5 years ago, I was poor. 5 years right now, I can say I no longer worry about anything related to money. I've traveled 5-6 times this year. We're going Taiwan, we're going to New Zealand, we're probably going to Europe again end of the year for Christmas. And guess what? I don't care. Like, some people, even when you hit certain level, certain milestone, do you think the comparison will stop? Do you think people will stop talking behind you? No, they will still continue talking about you. They will say, oh, when you're broke, they laugh, they mock at you. They say you're broke. Oh, go find a real job, bro. Why do you still do trading? When you hit certain milestone, they say you are lucky. When you hit the following milestone, when you hit your first 500k, for example, they will still say, this person just got lucky, probably will go broke at the end. When you hit certain milestone again, they will still say, you look at how this person spent money, he's going to lose all of them. And guess what? I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit about what other people think. Don't give a shit about what other people's doing. Because if you keep giving a shit about what they think, what they do, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time, and you're putting your attention, your focus onto the wrong thing. Even up until today, there are still people who say, this keep wasting money, keep traveling, keep buying watches, keep doing trading, he's going to end up losing everything. Guess what? Every single time when someone mocks at me, I go further. And every single time they laugh at me, I go further. And when I look back, they are so far away that I don't even know who they are anymore. I can't even see them anymore. Because you know why? I take care of my own business. I stay in my own lane. I know what I want to do. I don't need 10, 20 million dollars in my bank account. I just want time with my family. The whole thing of working hard, making money, is to ensure you buy back your time, your freedom, to have the experience with your loved ones. That's it. Financial freedom is not as complicated as you imagine. You don't need 10, 20 millions to retire. You just need to learn how to enjoy your life. Enjoy your life doesn't mean you're spending money like a stupid. Simply means you are living still below your mean, but you're trying your best to earn more to also buy back your time. Alright? People who say, oh, you waste money on traveling, blah blah blah, you think I give a shit about what they think? I don't care. Because you know what? Even if I were to travel 10 times a year, I would still have more money than them. Because you know why? I work hard and I deserve it. So right here, I know many of you are feeling, pretty low in confidence. You're feeling upset because of your performance. You feel like you're struggling. You're trying to be there, but you're not quite there yet. Be true to yourself. Stay in your own lane. Mind your own business, and you'll eventually be there. unnecessary distraction, noises, remove them. Because at the very beginning, you need that tunnel vision. You need that full focus, that full energy, diverting into one direction, which is moving forward. You need to set your goal clear, set your vision clear, set your purpose clear, and you will still ultimately be so much more ahead of, I don't know, people you used to admire, right? So that's pretty much it for the sharing. I hope you all learned something new. If you like it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, if you're looking for a place to trade properly, learn properly, having yourself to be in an environment where they're all passionate traders, high achiever, then feel free to join our trade club. Just a bit of promotion here. So yeah, that's it for the video. Talk to you later. Bye bye.